Hi guys. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for viewing me. Thank you for likes and subscribes. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. So today, as I was meditating this morning, trying to ask my guides, what they wanted me to give a reading on, or if they had a message that they wanted me to get out, I distinctly heard the dragons have a message about health. And immediately I got this feeling in my stomach like, oh gosh, should I be doing something like that? But I'm here as a channel and a vessel for my guides to get information out as they see fit. And so I have a feeling that I don't have a feeling. I know that I was led to certain information for a reason. We all are, right? When something pops up in your YouTube feed, it's meant for you to see. I just want to say one thing. I'm expecting a wood delivery for our wood stove. We get our wood really early. We get it green because it's less expensive. When he gets here, I'll have to pause and go pay him. But anyway, so recently I was led to this book, Dissolving Illusions, Disease, Vaccines, and the Forgotten History by Suzanne Humphries. She is a doctor, and Roman Bystrianic. I'm not sure if I'm butchering his name or what. I read this book, and it's a very thick, you can see all of the things that I highlighted in there. It was a very shocking book to me, very shocking information. Because I'm on YouTube, I have to be careful about what I say. I would highly recommend this book if you are interested in how vaccines got started, what prompted them, what made certain entities keep them going. It is very, very interesting, and there is a straight correlation to the very first vaccine, the smallpox vaccine, what happened with it, and then what happened with our most recent pandemic vaccines, times 2, 3, I don't even know how many doses people were getting. So it was quite an eye-opener for me, and I just could not put the book down. I could have read all night. In fact, a couple times I read very, very late, and I was tired the next day. But after that, I was led to more videos. There is a YouTube channel. It is called, I think it's called Dr. John Campbell. He's in the UK. He is a medical doctor, and he has been having guests on since, I think, 2021 regarding certain things that I can't say. But he's done a lot of videos on medications, medical treatments, etc., etc. They've come up in my feed. They've popped up about iodine, about vitamin D, about vitamin C, about the I word paste that people were taking during the pandemic. He's done loads of research. He's had very educated people on his channel. Just today, I was scrolling through my feed looking for something to listen to, because when I walk in the morning, I listen to that. And an older Joe Rogan interview came up, and it is an interview. It's from a year ago, and it's on the Powerful JRE. That's his on YouTube. Cardiologist on the overprescribing of statins for heart disease. So I started listening to that a little bit just before I was about to meditate. And then I was like, oh, I need to shut this off so I can meditate. Now, there's a reason for everything. And so now I've listened to a lot of those YouTube videos and read that book and whatnot. Well, about a year ago, I might have said this before, My medical doctor told me, he asked me what I was taking, and I said I take a multivitamin and I take vitamin C every day. And he's like, you don't need to take vitamin C. You need to stop taking that. Well, in this book that I just read, and I've also seen other reports on vitamin C, there's nothing in vitamin C that can hurt. You can't overdose on vitamin C. You could overload your body, but you would have to take thousands and thousands of milligrams of it to do so, because your body gets rid of the vitamin C. And similar, it does the same thing with vitamin B. It's very hard to overdose on those things. So I was like, why on earth would he tell me to stop taking that? And I said to myself, because he wants me to be sick, so I will keep coming in. So, oh, my wood's here. All right, gotta pause it. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. Whew. All right, so I was led to all those videos. Honestly, I don't remember exactly where I left off because I was outside talking to him for a while. But yeah, so I was led to all those different videos on John Campbell's site, and then Joe Rogan's, and I have just really been doing a lot of thinking about, health, well-being. And the other day I was driving along and I just got this thought in my head that, where we used to have healers, and they would be, oh boy, burned at the stake, drowned, beaten, run out of town, all of these things. It's now come kind of full circle where natural healing is a big part of a lot of people's lives. People are actually looking into this and seeing, how can I heal myself naturally? What vitamins do I need to take? Because in the research that I've done and the information that I've found is our food is not as healthy as it used to be. Another person that you could look up, I don't know if she has YouTube, but she does have Facebook, is Dr. Christiane Northrup. And her name is spelled Christiane, Christiane Northrup. She's from Maine. Ironically, so is Dr. Suzanne Humphries, who co-wrote that book about dissolving illusions. Dr. Northrup was also ridiculed and I believe almost blacklisted when she dared to speak out about certain things. But now on Facebook, she I think has a post about, do you want to know what happened to me, why they tried to shut me up, and this, that, and the other thing. But on Facebook, she puts links to articles regarding health, regarding medications, regarding vitamins, regarding all of those things. So the dragons came to me, and I feel like this is very important, not only for you, but for me, for my family. I have a son who's a type 1 diabetic. He would die without insulin. So I'm not saying that every medicine is one that you should not take. I'm saying that you should be aware of your choices, and you should not let the doctors skim over the side effects of what you're taking. I have experienced that a lot. I was on thyroid medication for 9 years, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to go off this medicine and have my TSH, that's what the thyroid test is called, tested. And when I did, it was perfectly normal. I went off the medication for 6 weeks, had it tested, and I'm not recommending this. I am not a doctor. I will be putting a disclaimer in the description. I'm just saying, be aware, be educated, right? Educate yourself, do some research before you subject yourself to things that have a billion side effects, literally. Years and years ago, I'm talking 25 years ago, I was on a couple of different medications for anxiety/depression. When I was a single mom and I was struggling and I was working 2 jobs, and one of those medicines gave me really bad acne, like not just on my face, but on my scalp and on my legs. And I was like, what is this? I didn't realize it was the medicine until I took out that big, huge informational thing they stick in the boxes, And I read it, and sure enough, that was a side effect. And do you know what my doctor said when I asked him about it? Really? I've never had anybody else. I didn't even know that was a side effect. But that doctor prescribed that medicine to me, not knowing all the side effects. So that right there was an eye-opener for me, and that was a long time ago. And ever since then, I've tried to be really careful about what I allow into my body that is man-made. Okay. So I'm gonna run out of time, so I gotta get going here. All right. So as I was meditating, and the dragon said we have a message about health, they are very concerned about, and probably have been for a while, about what we are taking into our bodies and what we are being fed, so to speak. Again, I have to be careful about what I say. But so the Dragon Riders deck was the first deck that I used. Mother Mary and Zeo. Number 12. That's a 3. Holy number, creation, collaboration. Extend the trust within you to all things in existence, and it will set you free. Those who are free will always choose love. Now, this is very important because the dragons have given me that we need to trust our own instincts and intuition. What does it feel like to you? If you go to the doctor and you are on a medicine and you are having a side effect, and the doctor wants to put you on a second medicine for the side effect, how does that feel in your mind, in your gut? Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm just going to read a couple of things from the book here. Trust is important. Those who do not trust are afraid, and those who are afraid cannot resonate in love. Those who trust know that there is nothing to lose, but instead that there is always something to gain. By adopting this attitude, you will create paradise on earth for yourself. Breathe bright blue light into your body. Breathe blue light into your aura, and begin to find your inner peace. As you become calm, breathe in and anchor a profound trust within you. Okay? This is talking about trusting your own instincts. And then the message from the dragon Zeo, which is Mother Mary's dragon: be careful of with whom and what you surround yourself. And remember that all that glitters is not gold. Learn to trust, and you will be able to hear the voice of your heart clearly and distinctly. This is the only voice that can lead you to the path of your truth. So again, trusting your own instincts. Don't dumb them down, okay? Years and years ago, we stopped drinking city water because we didn't want the fluoride. After researching fluoride and what it does to the brain and things, it may be good for your teeth. I don't know. I brushed with fluoride toothpaste and had fluoride all my young life because everybody thought that was the way to go. That was the thing to do. But as I got more educated, I stopped drinking it. Now I have well water, and for many years in different homes I've lived, I've had well water, so I haven't had the fluoride stuff. But okay, next card is number 7. 7 is reflection. Reflection, okay? The Bard. Music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. Yeah. So they've given me a couple of things regarding that. Music definitely makes you feel good, right? Poetry makes you feel good. Myth, well, there's a lot of myth busting going on right now, I would say. History, that book talks about a lot of history about what we're discussing, which is health. The enchantment of storytelling, yeah. What stories are we being told, right? What are we being enchanted with? The stories that we're being enchanted with, right? This card represents music, storytelling, and the passing of truths, myths, and legends from generation to generation through the spoken word or song. This is what we want to listen to. Many old-time remedies are the best remedies, right? Things our grandmothers and great-grandmothers have done. In ancient Avalon, the traditions and stories of the people were gathered on leaves that served as letters in a living alphabet and were tended in vast, long houses. Here, the druids and priestesses came to read and weave the stories of magic and the sacred relationship to the god, goddess, and the mystery. Those schooled in the art of music and storytelling were given the task of informing their world and keeping the stories of their culture alive. They were given the name of bard. Many of the natural remedies are just that. Now we're more able to talk about it, but for years and years and years, it was just something that wasn't written down, or maybe one elder had it written down because they were afraid of being ostracized and defamed of their character and whatnot. When the bard appears, you're asked to seek answers in your personal history. Go back into your own story and find the threads of the patterns in your reality and trace their length to the present. Don't be afraid to learn the patterns of history. The only way to honor them or change them is to know them. And that is where that book, Dissolving Illusions, comes in. Dissolving the patterns of history. And then the last card is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is another 12. So we have 12 with Mother Mary and 12 with a change in the wind. The oracle's face is right here on the zebra's blanket. Zebra, however you say it. This is a zebra with a saddle that has a gazebo that has a, a weather vane on top showing which way the wind is blowing. Now, if you don't believe that spirit can tie things in, oh my gosh. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift. Uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. And I personally am feeling, it feels like this has a lot to do with the RFK movement regarding health, that a storm is coming because there are people that oppose him. There are people that don't want all this change coming about, because you have to think about who benefits when we buy medicines, who benefits when we are unhealthy, who benefits when we eat foods that keep us unhealthy. Who benefits from that? Not us, right? Okay, let's see. This is the Red Dragon Pendragon deck. And I'm just going to pull a few cards from here. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video to this. But I just feel like, guys and gals, it's really important for you to listen to your own intuition about this, about your own health. So another thing that I learned is, you know how your doctor's always telling you to get the tetanus shot? Well, I have learned recently that vitamin C cures tetanus. Vitamin C, right? The last 2 times I went to my previous doctor at the big place that I left, he kept on trying to tell me to get a tetanus shot. I'm like, why do I need that? I'm not working around job sites with rusty nails. And if something happens, then it can be treated. I don't want a tetanus shot. And he continued to try to tell me why I needed it. But anyway, I'm glad I didn't. I haven't had a flu shot in, I don't even know, 10 or more years. These are my choices, just to be clear, okay? These are my choices. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm not telling anyone what to do. These are my choices, okay? 8 of Cups. This is an emotional walking away. Thank you, Spirit. This person is turning their back on these 8 cups that are still standing up. It's okay. Just leave them there and walk on. Leave them there and walk on. The Lovers. This is a choice, right? The Lovers card can represent Gemini, but this card is a choice. In this old story that belongs with this deck, this man, I can't remember the whole story, but I know he had a dream when he was lying near a stream that he saw a beautiful woman and he was completely enchanted with her. He spent years and years trying to find her, and then he just had the idea one day, oh, I need to go back to that place. I need to go back to the beginning of where I had this dream, and then he found her. So he was making choices that led him back to her. So this is a choice card. Going back to the beginning. What is the beginning when we're talking about health? Natural health, natural remedies. And again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. The dragons want me to get this message out so you will start doing your own research and feeling into your own power, your own intuition regarding this. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady forward movement. And I am hearing RFK as I'm saying this about this card, that RFK, things are not going to change overnight. But in the U.S., our food will get healthier. It's slow and steady. It's moving forward, right? And that will benefit all of us. Pentacles typically represents our material, our money, but if we don't have that, we don't have good health. Because let's face it, eating healthy is more expensive than eating junk food, honestly. That's why all these fast food places have things for $1, because that food is cheap. And it's not necessarily healthy. Justice. Number 11, which can also be 2. 1 and 1 is 2, and that's choice, right? Balance, right? Justice is balance. Sword of Truth. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh, this message. Wow. So she is balancing. She is balancing things. She is holding the Sword of Truth in this card. And she is going to bring justice down. She is going to bring justice about. Justice will happen. That could be Libra, but I'm not feeling that in this reading. Wow, wow, wow. 8 of Cups, emotional walking away. Lovers, it's your choice. We all have the choice of how we're going to attend to our health. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady with RFK making changes in the U.S. to our food. Thank God. Thank goodness. And then Justice. Justice will be coming about. Okay. Do you have a card, a final message for this? Do you have a final card, a final message? 6 of Pentacles. Ha! Things are not going where we think they are. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So 6 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, this message. Wow. I'm just overwhelmed right now. So 6 of Pentacles. There's another scale, weighing things up. He thinks that his things are going here, but they're slipping through the cracks. How can we take that? What Spirit is giving me is possibly what we think we're eating is healthy is not. Possibly what we think we're taking to cure something is not. And I know this is risky for me to say, but I have to bring through what they asked me to bring through, okay? So I hope I don't lose any followers for this. I am just doing what they are asking me to do. But I think we should all be informed about our health, our bodies, our minds, what keeps us and makes us healthy, and we should know the truth about every single thing that passes our lips. Everything we eat, everything we drink, every vitamin we take, every medicine we take, we need to know the truth of it. We need to know the truth. All right. 2 animal oracles. Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Yes. Seek more solitude. Meditating on these things could be good, right? Just doing your own research and maybe not arguing with others about it. Thank you, dragons. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe this isn't the time to bring up an argument, but it's just time for you to be watching out for yourself. Puffin, partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. Yes, you are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Your community, right? Your community. Who is the healer in your community? Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best result. So I hope that this message has brought you a little spark of wanting to research things for yourself, of wanting to see what exactly you want to do and how you want to treat your own mind and body. I truly do. That is my intention. I am not a doctor. I am not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. I just want people to be aware of what we are all doing to our bodies, what we are being given, what we are being fed, myths, stories, and sometimes lies, okay? So just go out there and be your healthy self. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.